Hey everybody, this is Stu with Storehouse 310 Ventures, and I have my good buddy David on the other line here.
Yes.
I would just say good buddy, not like best buddy, but kind of sort of good friend. Um,
Uh,
he is my partner at Storehouse 310 Ventures, and we kind of came up with something a little different today. David has a long drive ahead of him. He's going up to Newport, Rhode Island for a Navy school, and we thought we'd just get on and use this time to talk about our business a little bit. We're gonna try to start doing more of these. Kind of focus on how we started, if we have lessons learned, ideas, thoughts on our business, how what we're doing, and if there's any way that we can help others, through these phases, we would love for it to be beneficial for those that are watching. So, anyways, David, hey buddy, how are you?
yes, Stu. I'm doing well. Thank you. I appreciate it. Very nice intro.
Nice, thanks,
I
man.
think you oversold our relationship a little bit.
Oh,
Um, Purely platonic and 100% business. Nothing more than that. Um, but yes, I think there's as we talk, we think there's an awesome opportunity here to kind of record some of our just lessons learned and really just provide content for folks to hopefully learn from our mistakes and benefit from our successes. And that's what we're all about, is the education part of this, and the abundance mentality and helping others. If they can get a head start based on some of our setbacks, that's all goodness.
so David and I have both been doing real estate for quite a long time separately. We've both purchased and sold real estate, owned rental properties, dabbled in quite a few different niches of real estate, and then about a year and a half ago, we decided to partner up and create this business. And there's a lot of things that went into deciding to partner up. Creating a partnership is what we kind of want to focus on because that's really the beginning of our business. Besides just being really good friends, being college roommates, families knowing each other, planning on retiring from the Navy and living in the same location. There's a lot more that goes into choosing a good partner. For me, I was kind of like I was the engineer in school, so I love like looking at spreadsheets, analyzing deals, getting down and really looking at the numbers of a property. And then David, on the other hand, he was the English major in college, and he would probably like throw up if he had to look at an Excel spreadsheet. David he's more like kind of the outgoing one, loves to talk on the phone. I'm the one that would rather just like send a quick text message. There's a lot of differences there, but when you kind of put the two partnerships together, it really makes a good combination, to where you can kind of choose what duties each partner does, and take that from the very get go. What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, no, I think those are great points, and I think that there was a natural symbiotic relationship that was created there. With, as Stu said, I am not an analysis type guy. I do not enjoy spreadsheets, but I do love the business side of it. I do love the relational side of what we do. And then, for me, it was very important. I'm a big why guy, so I love kind of starting from why and backwards planning. Kind of have the end goal in sight and backwards plan from there to actionable steps. And for me, there were some just really key aspects that were super important. Really, our whole 10% tithe and the spiritual aspect of our business, and it being about more than us or making money or any of that kind of stuff, that there's a real purpose to what we're doing. That was all super, super important to me. And, it's a very interesting conversation if one partner comes in and says, hey, I want to give 10% of our profits to whatever. And the other one's like, yeah, it's not really my thing. There can be a significant drawback there. So luckily, Stu and I have the same heart. The major things that we're focused on and that are important to us, we agree on. And his personality aside, we've worked through some of those issues, and we just, we are best friends. I was there when his baby girl was born. My kids call him Uncle Stewie and love him, and so there's a lot there. And I think what's really important is when you look to start a partnership or you go into a business and you want it to be a partnership, you really have to get to those foundational, the pillars of the business, the things that are most important to you. Make sure that person is someone that you can work with. And a lot of times the conventional wisdom says, you hope to go into a business partnership and you hope it turns into a friendship. And usually if you go in as a friendship and try to turn that into a business partnership, that doesn't usually work. Luckily for me, and it was a total blessing that my best friend happened to be the dude that I could also partner with on a business perspective, and it just works amazingly.
Yeah, so we really sat down and thought hard about where we wanted our business to go. Talked about our why a lot. Talked about our visions, and our kind of came up with a vision statement. We kind of came up with our core values of our business. We wanted to make sure that those all aligned before we really decided to go into a partnership, because just like David said, I mean, our friendship was and will always be way more important than the business. So I think we can probably save going into our core values for another video, just so we don't make these too long. But that was one of the first things that we started talking about, was our why, our vision, our core values, and where we really wanted to see the business going. And one of the first things that we started talking about was giving and service. And just like David said, having that discussion of making sure that we align with wanting to give 10% of our profits right from the very get-go was a big stepping stone to ensuring that we have a good partnership. So, to keep this somewhat short, I think really it's important to, I guess, analyze, for lack of a better word here, your partners, to ensure that, maybe you don't have the same type of relationship that David and I do, but ensuring that you're gonna match well when it comes to creating a business. I'm like the really smart one, and so I'm the one that like really looks at like spreadsheets and like makes sure that our deals are working for us. And then David is, well, I would say a pretty face, but he's not really a pretty face. But he's the one that like is creating the relationships, talking to people. He's our operations guy, talking to our property management, talking to our project manager on a daily basis, and making sure all is going well there. And so that works really well for us.
Yeah, no, very true. And I know most of you that have talked to Stu on the phone are probably kind of shocked at how dumb he comes across, but rest assured that if you want the analysis, he's your guy, and then I'll just give you a call and follow up. But also, just a final takeaway, if you don't take anything away from the video, take this, is that, as Stu is saying, with the partnership, spend a lot of time, potentially more time than you spend on anything else. Spend it on making sure that you know, one, who you're going into business with, and two, why you're doing that. And once you get those things resolved, take action, move forward, and do it. Because you don't want to be a couple years into the business and realize that you potentially partnered up with the wrong person.
That's good advice, man. All right, well, I think that's probably a good start. We'll probably hit another video up on how we kind of started going into our core values and vision, and how we started setting up the business. But we want to keep these somewhat short to keep everyone's attention. So we'd love to hear from you. Let us know what you think about these videos. Please ensure that you are following our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, our LinkedIn pages. What else? Instagram. All of those social media platforms we are on. We are not on the Twitter. I don't know. I'm not a Twitter guy, but David might like to tweet every now and then. But
I'm a little too long-winded to tweet. It's 140 characters. I don't know. I just can't seem to get a thought across.
Yeah, you're not really a tweeter.
No, I'm not a tweeter.
All right, everybody. Have a blessed day, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. See ya.